How to master your stress and anxiety. How to master your stress and anxiety. First of all, what is stress? What is anxiety? So stress is a hormone, cortisol. Okay, it's released in the body as a hormone, cortisol. Anxiety is released in the body as adrenaline. Okay, now we can get an adrenaline hit from drinking coffee. Coffee releases adrenaline out of the adrenal glands as well. That's why when we drink coffee, especially if you have too much, you get that feeling of anxious. You feel a bit sweaty palms and things like that, right? And I'm actually really sensitive of coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore because it makes me highly anxious. And I feel like that, as I went through panic attacks and anxiety and depression many years ago, and I was on antidepressants and I was still depressed. So it led me, a big research through the last 7 years of finding out how does it work? Why do, we have too much stress and anxiety and we feel overwhelmed? And I'm going to show you how, why, and the best ways to master your stress and anxiety. So stress comes, anxiety comes, cortisol and adrenaline comes, okay? When we feel that, generally a lot of people are like, oh my God, I'm stressed. Oh my God, I'm anxious, I can't do anymore. And then we pull back and we stay in our comfort zone. And because a lot of people get stressed about being stressed, more stressed about being stressed, more anxious about being anxious. And it becomes a vicious cycle, right? A vicious cycle. And you feel that you can't get out. Because the thing is, if you spend 21 to 90 days, right? If you spend 21 days of being stressed and anxious, you'll form a habit. All right, you form a habit. If you spend 90 days, you perform beliefs. And now you believe that you are anxious and stressed. You believe that that's just you, right? That's how you believe. And then you form in your nervous system, you'll find that you'll have a highway to stress and anxiety through your nervous system because you form the habits and beliefs, and you have a dirt track for joy and happiness. You know how to quickly get to stress and anxiety, but you struggle to get to happiness, joy, love, and abundance, right? And I'm going to show you a big trick, a big game changer that has changed my life and changed many of my clients, is that think about when you're stressed and anxious, feel it. It's like a human emotion. Just like there's joy, happiness, ecstasy, there's also sad, stress, anxiety. Generally, we don't like to feel those, but there's still human emotions that must be felt, okay? Now, when you feel that stress and anxiety, instead of pulling back and going, oh, feel it. Go, okay, my heart is racing, boom, 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 boom. I feel the breath, I feel that I'm stressed, my chest is tightening. Okay, great. This is now my body, my heart's pumping, great, more blood to my brain. More blood to my vital organs, more blood to my legs that I can walk, I can run faster. Because we need a healthy amount of stress and anxiety to go through the day, to drive. Because has anyone been driving and you just kind of think, and then all of a sudden a car's in the way, you go like this, and your heart, your body goes, oh, like that. That's adrenaline and stress kicking in, cortisol and stress to be able to fight, flight, to be quick. So we really need, healthy amounts of stress and anxiety. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do your job. You wouldn't be able to play football, soccer, many certain things that you rely on stress and anxiety. But a healthy amount. Because too much stress over a long period of time can affect the cardiovascular system, where the diaphragm of your heart gets tighter and becomes restricted, and that's when you can have heart attacks, right? But a trick is that when you feel it, go, great, this is my body rising to the occasion. More blood flow to my brain. I'll be able to fight and flight faster. I can do my job a lot better, right? This is a much better response to the body, to the brain, that, oh, we enjoy this. Okay, when we feel that, it's going to actually send out little endorphins as well, that, oh shit, we enjoy this now. We like that feeling. We like the adrenaline, because the funny thing is, anxiety is no different to excitement. Excitement releases adrenaline. It's just excitement's seen as a positive, and anxiety is seen as like, oh my God, right? And anxiety can be very overwhelmed, as I can vouch for having anxiety and depression for, over 18 months. I was on antidepressants and I was still depressed. So I know the feeling of panic attacks, and it's crazy to be in, but I've got another trick that's so important This little fella right here, oxytocin, which is a hormone. It has the nickname the love hormone or the cuddle hormone. Google it if you'd like. It's such an amazing, it's almost like a drug. We love love. And you get oxytocin through love and practicing gratitude. When you're having that challenging day and you're like, oh, and then you see someone you love, your loved one, your partner, your dog, your mum, your dad, you give them a hug and instantly you're like, oh. Because oxytocin is being released, which kills cortisol levels almost instantly, all right, and repairs damages that may have been caused by the cardiovascular system from cortisol. So, gratitude and love, which forms oxytocin, which helps with stress levels and anxiety levels almost instantly. So, like I said before, we live in a stress epidemic society caused by the lack of gratitude. Practice gratitude. When you're grateful for everything you do have, there's no room for negativity, there's no room for doubt or anxiety. So practice gratitude, feel love deeply, and know that you can handle anything the day throws at you. And have that belief. Instead of going back from anxiety and stress, walk into it. Say, let's go. Is this all you got? And you'll notice, instead of getting stressed about being stressed, because when you're stressed about being stressed, you're stressed, and then you're stressed about being stressed, we release more cortisol. Anxious, oh my God, I'm scared of anxiety. Now you've created fear, which gives you more anxiety. That's when you have panic attacks and you feel overwhelmed, sweaty hands, can't eat, you feel that little frog in your throat, right? So using these tools and techniques are going to radically change the way you view stress, your body's response and your mind's response to stress and anxiety. And you're going to feel much more confident to go out in that world and to fight the day. And you're gonna really enjoy life again. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. How to master your stress and anxiety, and this is how you do it. So remember again, always rise above, and bye for now.